Hey guys, tell me who that is. Now I'm not mocking the guy. I'm just doing what do you call it? An impersonation of him. I watch his channel. That's how I know it sounds that way. Every once in a while I'll do one for you and you tell me who it is. All right, deal? All right. Hey, watch the comments. Bunch of trash going on there. Lately they've been putting in looks like brackets that look like eyes or something, acting like they're me. Just ignore those. There's nothing that's going to go on in the comments that's going to be investment advice or anything to that kind of thing. So just ignore all that stuff. By the way, if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. I can't tell you how much it helps the channel to like and subscribe. Y'all know the algorithm loves that thing. If you just take a second to do that for me, then I'm giving you a thumbs up for it. Bam. All right. Thank you. Give me a thumbs up and let's spread this out. I want everybody to kind of see what I think about the glitches and how XRP is not just affected by market cap. This is it's kind of the way that it's working right now is we're in sleeper mode is what I want to call it. So I'm gonna I may cut away and do some video cutaways to my paperwork depending on how this comes across after I review it. So from my chair, this is what I see here on my front deck. Thought I'd give you a panoramic view. There's my truck. You know, if you're in the South, you gotta have a truck. So you may see some of that, may not. All right, and sorry if you're getting wind noise. I wanted to shoot outside. I mean, can you blame me? This is beautiful out here. And the fall colors, I mean, the Lord have mercy. All right, so I want to talk about something. So the total supply is 54 billion coins, right? Now, did you know, I looked up how much is staked. Staked coin is not available. So on supply and demand, a staked coin is not part of the equation. It's outside the equation. There's 11.26 billion coins staked that are not in circulating supply. They're in circulating supply, but they're not being circulated. I'm gonna put my arm down here. So that means there's 42.4 billion available. Now, if you were a bank and you needed to move, that represents $23.32 billion. But what if you're a bank and you needed to move $24 billion today? Well, it would take all of those available coin. But wait. Let's suppose 20% of us have decided not to sell. So suppose this bank or institution jumps in on exchanges and decides to buy. Well, there's a couple factors there. How much does that exchange have? Are they going to go to all the exchanges? What about the ones that you're not willing to sell? So we're going to talk about that. Let's say 20% of the adjusted available supply, because some is staked, is people who are not going to sell during this spike. Now, what I'm doing is supposing there's a spike because a bank or institution's getting ready to use it to send a payment. So they're getting ready to use it, send a payment, and they're going to an exchange and they're buying a ton of XRP, right? They're going to use it or lease it, whatever the case may be. It's in the available supply or the adjusted available supply actually because they can't send stake coin. Let's say let's just say 20% of us are like, I ain't selling yet. It's not at $100 and I'm selling at $100. All right. So that takes away from the supply again, doesn't it? So the available supply remaining would be 23.32 billion coins. Now that only leaves 18.656 billion of dollars to be able to be purchased. Oh, but wait. Here we have another issue. So, but some of y'all are starting to see the point. You see how the price can skyrocket and it has nothing to do with market cap? You see how market cap's not going to matter here. And we're going to talk about a comparison to a market we might be more familiar with to get a better picture here in just a second. So remember, we're going to talk about the glitches in just a minute. Also, I tag the ends of the videos with more information on usually related stuff, but sometimes just other stuff that me and my brother channel always cover with some deep diving stuff. Please check that out. And this is a good time to hit the like and subscribe. You like this so far? Yeah, hit that subscribe button for me, because I got more stuff coming. So you can see how that price would skyrocket, because the available supply and demand is going to drive that price. And we're going to talk about why that drives the price of all of it up. So here we go. So now we've reduced it to 18.656 billion coin, which is only $10 billion worth. Wow. $10 billion. Do you remember my other video where we were talking about how much one bank alone moves in a day? It's way more than $10 billion. So this price isn't going to stay. This price at 55 cents is way too small. This also proves there's not been a ton of implementation. So why hadn't the price moved? Well, because the system's able to handle it right now. The system is, remember my analogy of the hoses? I'll change it a little bit, but it's basically the same concept. If you have 50 quarter-inch hoses going into one 1-inch hose, the 1-inch hose is extremely flexible, and it can handle the demand of the 50 quarter-inch hoses. Well, one hose on, it's able to handle, because the 1-inch hose is fine. It doesn't have to stretch in price, does it? 2, 3, 4. Well, that 5th one doesn't have to stretch a little bit to handle it. So the price needs to go up. The size of each coin needs to increase to accommodate the supply and demand. So what about when you flip all those on? Well, then it's going to have to grow to the price sufficient enough to carry all the money that has the demand, right? Well, that can only be through the available circulated supply. That's not the entire supply, because it's not all available, even though it's in the available supply. I know that sounds funny, but let's call the available supply everything that XRP intends to be out there. Let's call the adjusted available supply the supply we're allowing to be available because we've staked some and we're holding some. Adjusted available supply. So now we've reduced that down to $10 billion. Well, we just go to the exchange and buy $10 billion worth, right? Wrong. And this brings me to, y'all hear them dogs? Yeah. Living in the country. Let's see. Okay, so I needed to look something up, because you can only buy, unless you go to all the exchanges, you could go and tap out an exchange because they own a certain amount. So there's a bunch of exchanges. So I thought, well, I wonder what the top 10 exchanges have on supply. So I looked up. Binance has 1.48 billion XRP token. Coinbase has 1.38 billion. Bitstamp has 1.27 billion. Kraken 1.16 billion. This isn't all of them, I know, because I'm going to have everybody that y'all are going to figure it all out, and that's great. Just give me the numbers, you know. I didn't want to figure it all out. I'm just giving you how the price will jump on XRP, and it's just not based on the common thought of you just divide that supply there by that many coin. You know, no, it's going to be affected by supply and demand, an extra added factor. And the extra added factor is the supply and demand, because the supply is actually cut down through these other two things that I'm talking about, holders and stakers. All right, so OKX, Crypto.com, Bittrex, Bybit, Bitfinex, FTX. Well, FTX only showing 490 million, and when I look this up, that could be an old figure. But guess what? There's only, on those top 10, this isn't every exchange that has the coin, but it is the biggest ones. And I didn't see KuCoin on there, and we know that they're majorly big. But, okay, so we're just getting general reference here, right? So general reference, the top 10 turns out to be 10,430,000 billion coin available. So that's all that's available on the exchanges. Wow. That's only, well, you divide that, multiply that times 55 cents, right? God, that's less than half of that, or a little more than half of that, $5 billion that could be moved. So we're right here ready for price to move. As soon as there's some implementation, the price is moving, folks. This is math, this is just math. So the projection, we already know the companies that are involved, so we know that the price is going to go up. We can't ignore the facts. All these people signing on to XRP, this price is going to move. They can only purchase the ones that are available to purchase. They can't purchase state coin. They can't purchase our coin unless we let it go. So that's a major price driver. Because when the flip gets switched, oh my Lord, those available coin are going to drive up so high. It drives all of the coin up, by the way. And I'll explain that. We're going to talk about the car market, what happened recently in the car market, and just to show you that's how that works. I came to my back deck because I was reviewing the video and I forgot to do the car market explanation of that will help explain the XRP price. So you remember back the used car market, what, a year or two ago, went to the moon. So if you had a car parked in your driveway, the value of it's going up whether you sell the car or not. That's why the price of XRP is going to go up. It's the cars that are exchanging price that drive the price and value of all the coin up, because it's one single marketplace, one single market. Same thing in the housing market. You go by comps, so they value your house, they evaluate the price of your house per square foot based on sales that have taken place. So the same thing, it's basically the same thing. It's a little different, but so just for reference, that's why the staked coin and the coin that you hold are going to go up, is because the ones that are going to be exchanging price and be driven up because of supply and demand are driving the price of yours up. There won't be two prices. There's not two prices of XRP. All right, so it's important that to note that these figures I'm giving you are only estimates. When I looked them up, so the exact amount, they're buying and selling and trading right now. It could be even less than that right now because a lot of people are hoping and holding. All right, let's talk about the glitches a second. So August the 12th, Gemini had a glitch up to $29.49. Coin market cap hit 34,603 as a glitch. Coin market cap doesn't hold any coin. They're just a figuring machine. But what if the glitch happened so fast on so many exchanges? What if there were glitches all over, not meant to be seen, but they were calculating the price based on availability? You know what an arbitrage is, right? So we can have the price of one coin on one exchange be a few cents difference than the price on another exchange. What great trading you can do with the same coin, just running it through the mill. You can run it through the mill and make money trading your coin, sending it to one place where it's worth more, changing it to USDC or one of the stable coins, send that stable coin back to the cheaper exchange and buy it again. You can do that all day, right? You can find arbitrage trading and do that all day. Well, what if, and that's because that could be supply and demand on that exchange, is my point. Well, what if Gemini, I was like, well, how much does Gemini, how much do they have? They wasn't even on the top 10. Well, they only have about 200 million coins. Well, Lord, what's the possibility they got tapped out on their exchange and their algorithm drove the supply and demand price up to $29.49 because of available coin? They only had 200 million. What's the possibility? And see, these prices have to adjust before it gets there because they're smart. They're not going to let it break. They're going to have it adjust along the way. So what's the possibility they have automatic buying to take place from XRP or from Ripple or wherever they're getting the coin from? What if that automatic change or purchase didn't happen yet, so it adjusted the price for a few seconds before it drunk in some coins? Okay, now let me suppose this. So that's one explanation of a glitch that's actually feasible. What is the feasibility of this also? What's the feasibility that when all of the exchanges are trying to access coin, but they can't, this is going to happen, but they can't because there's different institutions purchasing from different places and individuals jumping in, and all of a sudden there's a huge demand. There you go. Super price spike. I mean, so these systems, they don't adjust each other. Each exchange doesn't adjust to the other exchange right away. That's why there is an arbitrage trading. You know, what's the dude's name? The FTX guy? Bankman Fried or whatever his name is, you know, Freebird. But now he's Jailbird. So what's he made a ton of money doing arbitrage trading. And it's just swapping from exchange to exchange. You're just sitting there doing it all day and your money's increasing. Okay? So my point there is there's different prices on different exchanges because of supply and demand. And supply and demand is a factor. And supply and demand is based on available trading coin. And that's not the holder's coin, and that's not the stake coin. So I'm driving home that point. That could be why the glitches happen. They're hitting that particular exchange, could be hitting a max and having to do a purchase, but then they find enough. It tells me that the more glitches there are, the more possibility. You know, in a way, you can look at the volume spike and tell that what I'm saying is very feasible, isn't it? Very feasible. So August 12th, you know, is when Gemini had that glitch, a little small exchange. And I'm telling you, listen to this. Caused by a combination of factors, including a spoof order. There was a spoof order and low exchange liquidity. Literally, the explanation tells me exactly what I'm saying here. A spoof order is a fake order that is placed to manipulate the market. In this case, a seller may have placed the spoof order at $50 per XRP, which was accidentally filled by a buyer. The low exchange liquidity on Gemini meant that there were not many orders to buy and sell XRP, which made it easier for the spoof order to move the price. Dudes, see, I'm telling you, they're going to have to buy at whatever price it's available to move the money. Now, an institution, by the way, doesn't care what the price is. If one XRP is $10 billion and they're moving $10 billion, they're not paying too much. They just buy one $10 billion coin and just send it to whoever needs it, and then those people sell it on that end. So the price is irrelevant to moving money. Where the price is irrelevant is you and me. So as the price goes up, it makes them able to use less coin. That's a benefit for them. That's a big benefit for them. That's a huge benefit for us. So if you like this kind of content, man, hit like and subscribe. All right. Now what else? All right, so that's my explanation. I'm sorry about the wind. I'm not sorry about the view. God made that. Look what he made back there. You know? He wrote a book. You ever see his book? Here it is. There it is. That's his book. He wrote a book. But he decided to let men write it for him. But it's funny how it all is cohesive. I love it. All right. Well, that's video for today. I hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe. Tune in. We'll have some more fun information for you. It's all speculation, but I like to put things together in something that at least appears reasonable and answers some of our questions. Have a good day.